Today we're going to talk about why realtors are wanting you to sign this crazy document called the Exclusive Buyers Brokers Employment Agreement. So if you've been in the market for any amount of time, be it 6 months or 6 days, I'm sure you've heard about the NAR Settlement, which if you haven't, I will explain. But today I want to talk about what this means for you as the buyer. I have been selling real estate for 9 years. This is how I feed my family. This is what I do full time. I don't do anything other than this. So you best believe that I have been in the know about this settlement and how it's going to affect my industry since day one. And so I've been educating myself. I've been watching tons of videos. I've been talking to realtors and hearing other perspectives. And what I have not heard is the perspective of the buyer and how it's going to affect you and what this means for you. So this is what this video is going to be about. If you're interested, keep watching. So if you have not heard or don't know too much about this NAR settlement, let me quickly explain what it is that I'm talking about, what every other realtor is talking about. In 2020, as you may know, homes were selling like this. And the standard of what it is to be a realtor, that bar got pretty low because the homes were essentially selling themselves. Anyone who was able to buy homes was buying homes. And that's because interest rates were low and, it was the land of milk and honey with all of the COVID relief. And so that is what created this monster that was the real estate market between 2020 to 2021. And then in 2022, everything changed. Interest rates doubled, the market completely shifted, and a group of home sellers, they got together and they formed a class action lawsuit because they felt that when they sold their homes in 2020, they were forced to have paid a buyer's agent commission. And they thought to themselves, well, that's not fair. I shouldn't have had to pay that. Which this is not what this video is about. I'm talking about the aftermath. But if you ask me, first of all, buyer's agents commissions and realtor commissions in general have always been negotiable. Never have sellers been forced to pay anyone anything. Everything has always been negotiable, but they didn't feel that way. And so this class action lawsuit sued several big brokerages and the National Association of Realtors, the NAR. And long story short, we lost. We lost the lawsuit. The courts ruled in favor of the home sellers, and now we're in August 2024, and the changes of the settlement, because the NAR lost, they settled, and they had to pay millions and millions of dollars to these homeowners, to their attorneys, to their own attorneys, and guess who's paying for it? The realtors. So because of this settlement, now the real estate industry as a whole, we have to change how we do business. We have to change the forms that we've been using, and it's okay. Anybody who takes this industry seriously is already prepared. I've been getting asked questions. How do you feel? Are you scared? Is it going to change your business? And if you ask me, it's business as usual. There are going to be things that we're going to learn as we go along, but I am not scared because I know the value that I bring to my clients. But if you're working with an agent who can't explain that or isn't translating that and what they're bringing for you, you might be feeling some type of way about signing this form, the BBA, or the Exclusive Buyer Broker Employment Agreement. You might feel some type of way about signing and saying, yeah, sure, I'll pay you 2%, I'll pay you 3%, don't worry about it, I like you that much, and I'm going to pay $9,000 on top of my down payment, on top of my closing costs, because I like you that much. I feel like that is what is going through some buyers' minds. My clients, I have tried my absolute best to have them be as educated and as informed as I am. So I haven't had no pushback, and we're moving along. My clients know that with me by their side, they've got great representation. They don't have to worry about signing me a check at the end of closing when I hand them their keys, because all of that is going to be taken care of by me. But if you haven't had a buyer consultation with me, if you aren't working with me, if you're in a completely different state, and now you feel cornered by a realtor at an open house, sign this, pay me, commit to paying me before you even see this home, that's going to be a little bit scary. So I want to ease those emotions, and I want you to feel a little bit more empowered and a little bit more educated. So here's my advice moving forward. So moving forward, you are required to sign this form to see a home. In an open house, there are certain exceptions where you are not required to sign that form. For example, if the agent hosting the open house is representing the listing agent, then you are welcome to go in there. They cannot answer any questions, really. They can't imply any agency or any loyalty to you because they are being employed by the seller. You as the buyer, as long as you understand that, you are welcome into that open house. But if it is not the listing agent hosting it, then you are going to be required to sign that form. And here's the beautiful thing about this form. It's negotiable. Just like anything in real estate, that form is negotiable. You can make it good for one day. You can make it good for one home. That means on the term of that document, you can say, sure, stranger, I'll commit to paying you whatever percentage that you and I both agree on if I decide to buy this home and this home only on this day and today only. And that is how you're going to be able to get into open houses or see a Zillow listing that you clicked contact agent and a random person contacted you. You can negotiate. But that is not really how I like to do business, and that's not how my business comes to me. The majority of my business is based off of referrals and my sphere, my people. I've been doing this so long that I really do have the privilege of the business coming to me. That doesn't mean that I'm not out there hustling, but that means that the people who approach me to buy or to sell, it's because they know me, they like me, and they trust me. And that's why I do these YouTube videos, so that you, beautiful stranger, can feel that same comfort with me. So if another realtor doesn't have that privilege of having that type of relationship with you, that form is going to be a little bit scary, as I've said, and you can negotiate. Or what my best advice for you is to make sure that whoever you hire, you don't go calling strangers on signs. Don't be meeting strangers off of the internet to show you a home, because you don't know how they run their business. You don't know how they take care of their clients. I recommend that you interview clients, that you do a buyer consultation with several realtors, and you choose one that you feel most comfortable with and who explains to you their value proposition, how they're going to earn that commission, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 10% of the purchase price, whatever you both agree on. If you feel comfortable signing that document, then I recommend that you move forward. The way that I'm making my clients feel comfortable is by explaining to them, yes, this form is written by many attorneys over many, many months. And the way that it's written and designed is basically you are committing to pay us. But a good realtor, what they're going to explain to you is whenever I show you a home, I'm going to negotiate that you personally are not responsible for my compensation. I'm going to negotiate that the seller pays me or that the listing agent secured enough compensation for the listing to then offer me a co-broke or to offer to pay me, the co-agent, to bring them the buyer. That's how I'm securing it. And some agents might say, well, Cass, what if the seller has not agreed to pay any co-broke or the listing agent isn't offering a co-broke? You know what? That's going to be the learning curve that we're going to find out a few months from now how exactly that's going to look at. But the way that I see it is the majority of those homes, I would bet some good money that they're not going to sell. Because a lot of buyers, I know if I were in the market to buy a home, I might have saved up enough for my down payment. I might have saved up enough for my closing costs. But I don't have another 3% of $400,000 or $500,000 to pay somebody just because I like them. And so that is the majority of people. And if a home isn't offering compensation for somebody to have their own representation who is making sure that their interests are protected, just like I'm not going to go into a court battle solo representing myself, I'm not going to buy the biggest investment of my life by myself. I'm going to hire a professional. And that professional is going to pay for themselves 10 times over, tenfold, because I know that I didn't have to overpay for this home, that I didn't have to accept a home in the condition that was not appropriate for me, that they negotiated a new roof, a new AC, whatever it is that I want, because I'm working with the best. I'm going to commit to paying them whatever they're worth. And that's a relationship that I have with my clients. I recommend that you find a realtor that you feel that same faith in, that you know that they're going to not only bring the value, but they're going to be a good enough negotiator that they can negotiate for their own compensation. I've ranted enough about this. These are just my fresh thoughts because this went into effect about 3 or 4 days ago. And so I really wanted to make this video for the people who now they feel backed up into a wall because now they have to sign this document committing to a stranger. Don't let that be you. Don't feel scared. Don't feel pressured. Negotiate. And if your realtor is a good negotiator, they're going to be able to bring the value and make you feel comfortable and secure to work with them. And I hope that's it. I will be making more videos about this. If you're interested in different perspectives, maybe a seller perspective, maybe you do want to hear my perspective as a realtor and what I think about all of this, let me know. Leave me a comment. I am more than eager to talk about it. And we are going to see. I'm on this roller coaster with you. Going to find out what it's going to look like 6 months from now, a year from now, years and years from now. Hopefully this is a good direction and a good step for the industry. I hope that it's not a step back, but the good realtors are going to do the good work to make sure that our clients are protected. So if you are looking to buy or sell in Yuma, Arizona, or anywhere, and you want me to connect you with a realtor that has the same values and perspectives as I do, also reach out to me, like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in the next video.